Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Triple Overtime Podcast. My name is Angel.
I am Nick.
And I am Matt. It's in all caps.
And before we begin, man, I want to go ahead and thank all of our military and first responders out there. Thank you for everything that you do. And, thank you for your service, man, and women. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead, like and subscribe to this video. Share with your friends, man. We're cool people, cool dudes.
Smash that button.
Destroy it, please.
Hell yeah. All right, so just a little bit of an update here. So the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be flying. Not flying. I wish I was flying, but we're driving up to Wisconsin for a few weeks. So
For the whole damn month of November. Okay.
Sorry, guys. So what we're going to be doing is releasing segments here throughout the next couple of weeks. So if you see us wearing the same stuff, just know that it's still fun content. So
And it's also clean. Okay, this is all one take.
Yes. Probably.
it's raw.
Raw.
All right, so crazy. We're already like halfway through the NFL season.
Yeah.
We as of the recording of this segment here, we're through week 8. Now, of course, the Lions and the Raiders are currently
Actively playing.
they're actively playing. Actually, let's check the score. This is like a little shot in time. Let's see here. Well, let's see. It's game 3 of the World Series, and the Texas Rangers are up 3-0.
Nice. Let's go.
So
Go Texas.
I really hope that by the time this comes out, they have won. And the Lions are only up 3-0 at the end of the first, but they're driving. They're on the Las Vegas 22. But with that being said, midway point, typically, you kind of see those teams that are just the whole NFL in general. You see the teams that are like, okay, these are the contenders, the real Super Bowl contenders that are probably gonna, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make a run. You definitely see the teams that are like, it ain't happening this year. They are bottom feeders and they're looking for that top 5 draft pick. And then, you also by this time have a gauge on how you feel about your team, whether it's like I'm feeling great, I'm feeling like shit, or like I don't really know how to feel about my team, inconsistent. So I kind of wanted to like just take some time to kind of brief, okay? Just like debrief and go on. We're gonna do a couple things. So first, we'll talk about kind of like how we're feeling about our own teams. Then we'll talk about what are some teams or players that have surprised us in a good way this year, and then some teams or players that have really been disappointments.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just start it off.
Let's go.
Because there ain't much to say about my Chicago
Just rip
Bears.
it, dude.
Okay.
Rip it.
My gosh, we came into like we did after the week 1, came in such high hopes.
Yeah.
Like this was it. Justin Fields he's gonna have that year 3 leap,
This is our
MVP
year.
season.
I remember you saying we're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't know about Super Bowl. Let's not forget we were the worst team in the entire league last year, right? But I was like, I think I said like we're gonna end up like 8-9, 9-8. Like just like get close to 500. Man, we ain't sniffing at anything but ass right now. Okay, we just sniffing straight butthole. Okay, because
Cheeks.
we stink. Now, the good thing is. Not only do we have our own first-round pick next year, but we also have the Panthers, and they are also complete ass right now. So I think currently, as it stands, we have picks number like 2 and 3. Okay. The Cardinals have 1 because the Panthers actually won a game. So thanks a lot. But
And the Cardinals beat the Cowboys.
yeah, it's just like everything for the Bears, I feel like, has been a disappointment. Like there's not one area or even really one player I would say that I'm like that's been a bright spot. I guess DJ Moore, bringing over like a true, wide receiver 1, and he has. I think if you look at it, other than Tua and Tyreek, I think Justin Fields and DJ Moore have the second or third most like yards together as a wide receiver QB duo.
Shit.
So I mean, he's doing what he came over to do, right? Was to open up the passing game for Justin Fields and get downfield, and he's great after the catch too. Knows how to get open. So I guess like I'm pleased with DJ Moore because we haven't really had that. But other than that, like Justin Fields has been a major disappointment. There's times when he's on it and you're like, this is what we're talking about. But then other times where he's not. I think it's a lot of it too is he's not as good as I was hoping he would be at
stage.
Yeah, like making his reads and quickly and thinking through reading defenses pre-snap and post-snap. But also like the play calling has been atrocious. I have no idea what the fuck like Luke Getsy is doing because like last year his strength the strength was those designed runs, right? Or the RPOs where Justin Fields can get out the pocket or you have the designed run,
get on the move, hit
because I mean that's what made him electrifying last year and got everyone excited, and this year we've just abandoned that.
We're not doing it.
Yeah, it's like I get it, you want to protect the legs, right? And you want to see him excel as a passer, and we got DJ Moore to do that, but at the same time, if everyone knows you're not going to run it, that's not a threat anymore, then they're just going to play to the pass and everything else, So, and then the defense has just been. We didn't make any major moves in the offseason, so I didn't really expect much. But we were the worst defense in the league last year, and I thought it can't get worse than that. Well, our numbers this year are worse than that.
Damn.
So it's like, how the fuck did we get worse?
Yeah.
Our offensive line has been atrocious. Pretty much just everything. If there's one word. If I use one word to describe the Bears season, this up to this point, atrocious.
Atrocious.
Okay. This is how I feel. Atrocious. So
fuck, dude.
That's it. Now
I'm sorry.
I'll go over to our current owners.
Yeah.
Because
oh my god.
although you are just
barely, dude. I'm right on the same boat, man.
Apparently, just as atrocious. You still own us. So,
dude, it's embarrassing. It's been embarrassing the last 4 weeks, dude. Coming right off the bat, I was very confident on Jordan Love and his offense, and
he's going to be the next Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
well, especially after that week 1. But it turns out it's just because they played the Bears.
Yeah. And now, we look at the last few games, and I still think Jordan Love is that guy. I think it's just our play calling has been complete trash. Everything about our play calling, man, is just disgusting. I can't believe this guy even has, his job.
Are you talking about Matt LaFleur?
Yeah, man.
Dude, what happened to he's so hot?
Yeah, oh my God,
we love having him as our coach.
I never said that.
Okay, maybe not that he's so hot.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I think Jordan Love's still doing his thing. He's still new, obviously. He's doing just as good as Aaron Rodgers did his first starting season, so I'm not too worried with him. A.J. Dillon, he's kind of been showing up here and there, hasn't been super consistent. So, he'll get you a nice, 3, 5, 7 yard run. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him yet. I hope he steps this shit up because I don't want him to leave Green Bay. That's a big fucking dude. If you see him compared to other players on the field.
Jordan Love?
No, A.J. Dillon.
Oh, sorry, A.J. Dillon.
His quads, dude, are just the size of my body.
Quadzilla.
And, yeah, so he's doing all right. Aaron Jones, he's doing what he can do. The one thing that pisses me off is going to be our receivers, dude. They can't catch the frickin' ball. Jordan Love gets the ball in their hands, hits them right in the chest, hits them on their helmet. They just can't catch it. That's what's giving Jordan Love some of his terrible stats, whatever those may be. And that's why we're losing games, dude. He's hitting them, 20, 30 yards down the field, and they can't catch it. So as soon as we freaking lock that in, I think we'll be all right. But it's got to happen next week. Now.
Dude, gotta have a change, dude. Gotta have a change now, dude.
Defense is doing okay, too. I don't think they're that terrible. But we'll see what happens.
Dude, well, you know what? I'll start out with some electrifying. Dude, the Cowboys, we're the same place we're at
How
every
about
year.
them Cowboys?
Yeah.
How about them boys? Now we're about the same place we are every year, at least the last 3 years.
Your hopes are up
You're
here.
a Cowboys fan, man.
It's a cycle, right?
Yeah, it's like you get a you get Dak Prescott, dude. He reminds me of like a Ditto, if you've ever seen Pokemon, because he's just fucking. He'll be whatever he needs to be, which sometimes it's a fucking dickhole. But it's like sometimes he'll step up there, he'll make his reads, he'll make good throws, he'll get out of the pocket, and it'll look good. And then sometimes it's like, dude, he just looks frazzled, and the pocket starts to collapse, and it's like he doesn't have the wherewithal to like, okay, get out and make a play. It's like I saw 2 weeks ago, they started trying to let him use his legs a little bit more. Thought it was a great idea. It opened up some passing lanes. This last game, he had 4 touchdowns, which is great. I don't like the interception. He's kind of bad about that. But, you could see that he made a conscious effort to try and get CeeDee Lamb more involved and try to push the ball down the field. So sometimes when you do that, you're going to have it, you're going to have turnovers.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think what we're seeing so far this year is, Tony Pollard's good, but Tony Pollard was getting those third down fucking runs where he's fresh and everybody's tired.
Yeah.
And I think now it's like he is starting to feel the full weight of being fucking running back number 1. And, not to say that he's not good and he's explosive, but he's not cutting big runs like we were used to seeing him do last year.
Exactly. That's what I was expecting with him after I picked him up on fantasy.
I think that's kind of what everyone was expecting. And, and I know people were expecting Brandon Cooks to have, a lot more production, and he was doing okay in the first couple weeks, but the dude that I'm kind of seeing that I got my eye on is Jake Ferguson. He's one of their tight ends, and they've used him a lot more in the receiving, and man, he is. Also, it's like fucking any big tight end with the number 87, I'm always like, oh,
Jordy Nelson.
You're going to be good. But, I'm hoping that Jake Ferguson will keep fucking doing his thing, man. He last week he got a touchdown. He's been doing well and helped picking up third downs. We got the Eagles this week, so this will be probably.
That'll be a big test.
We'll see. We'll see if we're good enough or if they suck. But also, it looks like the Eagles have kind of been kind of dropping off a little bit the last couple of weeks.
Okay,
they're susceptible.
I'm seeing the chinks in the armor.
Are they playing in Dallas?
Mm-hmm. Damn. I do believe so. Let me double check though.
Nick, you'll be there.
I will
for that game.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I'm gonna be at fucking Harry Potter experience, baby.
Baby,
That'll be fun.
I'm gonna go to the Forbidden Forest.
Ooh,
dude, that'll be wild.
Go touch a hippogriff. Fondle its feathers.
You can be a hypocrite. But no, I think the Cowboys. I think we're gonna. I want us to do well. I want us to push far into the playoffs, but we need to get some. We need to get by some tougher teams first, because again, 49ers.
Yeah,
fucking put it on us.
They did.
And they're on a 3-game lose streak.
Yeah,
God, they
Brock Purdy, who?
They talked so much shit after they beat y'all.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's what they deserve, dude. You know what? It's because they came for the kid, dude.
Yeah.
Coming for the kid.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Well, so let's talk about surprises, like teams that we are surprised that are doing well.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 that I can think of. I'll save one for the end if y'all don't mention them. But my first surprise is going to be the New York Jets.
Damn.
For sure.
I am like not that they're great, not that they're like blowing people away, but I'm just surprised, right? I mean, they came in with so much hype because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, lost QB1 immediately.
Yeah, like 3 plays into the season, right? Thought before that Achilles injury, they thought they're going to Super Bowl. That was the expectations. Then that happens, and it's like all the chatter is, oh, they need to. Can't stop yawning. They need to trade for a quarterback, right? Zach Wilson's not the guy. We need to trade for Kirk Cousins, who now he also tore his Achilles. But it's like we need to trade for another quarterback. Blah blah blah. Well, somehow, right? 8 weeks into the season, the New York Jets are sitting at 4-3. I mean, they have a winning record. They're only a game behind Buffalo, who they beat on that week 1 without Rodgers, right? Like if you look at I think it's the playoff look here. They are currently sitting the 8th seed, so they're tied right now with Pittsburgh and Cleveland, just behind Buffalo. But there's a lot of talk about. Because that defense really is one of the big things, right? Their defense has been really good, and Zach Wilson has been okay. They have Breece Hall, they have Garrett Wilson, so they have weapons, and they're making things work somehow. And so it's like Aaron Rodgers is out there being freaking ridiculous superhuman. Like, I just saw a video and I showed
he's part reptilian, dude.
Yeah, he's not human. I showed Brittany a video, and for those of y'all who don't know, Brittany a couple months ago tore her Achilles, just like Rodgers. Of course, she did it first. Okay, so Rodgers just kind of
started the trend.
Yeah, Rodgers just kind of copied her.
Yeah, relax.
Like, that's pretty cool.
But
she's doing therapy. She's going through it. She's doing well. I mean, she can drive now. But it's still like limited mobility and things like that. Yeah. But Aaron Rodgers is out here fucking just like, taking a couple drop back steps and throwing the ball, and he's out there, no crutches, no nothing. He just looks like normal. I'm like, what the fuck? And I know he's planning on trying to make a comeback this season. Might even be. At first they're like, oh, typically it would be like they would have to get to the Super Bowl before he would make a comeback. Now he could be back towards the back end of the regular season.
It's fucking nuts.
Which is just ridiculous, and especially based on what I've seen, I'm like, that seems like a real fucking possibility.
You must have just zip tied that shit on.
I have no idea, man.
Something.
So it's crazy to think that they are hanging in there. They are, like I said, after he went down, everyone's like, that's it, they're done. They're gonna be one of the worst teams again. And they're not. They're hanging halfway through the season. They're only a game out of the wild card spot.
And everybody crucified Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah.
They were like, yo, this guy is trash. Yeah, get him out. Bro, he is terrible.
They were even like, saying like they should bring in Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too.
Robert Griffin's like, that's why they keep veteran people in the quarterback, like myself,
Yeah, come on now. I'm still here, But yeah, so that would be like my team that I'm surprised is doing as well as they are, given the circumstances, this far into the season, halfway through the season. What about you, Angel?
I think for me, I've always been interested in this team. I'd say maybe the last 2 years I've been keeping good tabs on them. But the Jacksonville Jaguars,
Them Jags.
I don't know why, dude. I don't know why, man. But I know their division. I know their division kind of sucks, and
Trevor Lawrence
whatever.
is a winner, dude.
But Trevor Lawrence, dude, I just pulled up his stats, and he's almost at 2,000 yards passing this year. And I don't know if that's good, but it sounds freaking good.
He's a beast, dude. He's a beast. I love Trevor Lawrence, and he was a Clemson.
Yeah. He was definitely a beast. So I'm excited to see them kind of, beat teams that, maybe a couple of years ago they would have gotten stomped.
2 is at 2,400.
2,400? Damn, dude, that's
too tight.
That's because he took that knock on the head last year, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? He
woke
gave
him
him
up.
superpowers, yeah.
Superpowers.
But it's still, that's more than Jordan Love probably. So yeah, man, they're sitting at, what did I say, 6-2? Yeah, so we'll see. They just beat Pittsburgh 20-10, so that's pretty impressive, I would say, especially with that Pittsburgh offense and defense.
I would say a team that I am surprised that is doing as well is honestly probably the Browns.
Okay.
They're 4-3. I know it's not a ton, but dude, the Browns have been so bad for so long. And it's like,
well, and Deshaun Watson has been hurt like half their games.
Yeah, it was probably helps, dude, because those freaking massage trainers are probably getting a workout, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe Deshaun Watson isn't the answer, but they are 4-3 and they're doing okay. And everybody seems to love Myles Garrett.
Oh yeah, beast.
Even though he's a psycho.
their defense I think is like top 3 right now, like in terms of stats.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Their defense looks good. I don't know. I hate the Browns because they're the Browns and they're terrible. But it was like when Johnny Manziel went to the Browns, it was like a tiny little piece of me was like, Let's go.
Hell yeah.
So now it's like I just kind of occasionally will be like, but who are the Browns playing? Maybe we'll see something exciting.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I had one more team. So since neither of y'all mentioned it, my other team was going to be also the Atlanta Falcons. They're 4-4 now. Their division ain't that good. The NFC South, Falcons, Saints, Bucks, and Panthers. Not a great division, but they're at the top of that division right now at 4-4. They're ahead of the Saints because I think they beat the Saints. Plus, they have a 3-1 home record. But I mean, they're making do with Desmond Ridder at QB.
Yeah,
and they're not pass heavy. They're very run heavy. But they got Bijan.
Oh,
Robinson,
yeah.
The rookie out of UT. Hook 'em horns.
University of Texas.
And he's doing well. Tyler Algier's doing well. Desmond Ridder keeps him in the game, but their defense has been done really good. So I was surprised that this far in the season they're leading the division right now. Just some team to keep an eye on. It could get a little spicy. They could be a spicy team heading towards the playoffs.
Spicy.
All right, now the disappointments. And there are several.
Oh yeah.
There are several disappointments, but I'm going to go with maybe probably one of the bigger disappointments other than the Bears. And I'm going to go with the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the NFC East last year was a good division. It still is a good division. Cowboys, Eagles, even the Commanders they're always a spicy team. They're always kind of in there. You can't ever count them out, okay? But the Giants last year, let's not forget, the Giants last year made the playoffs, right? As a wild card team. It seemed like bringing in Brian Dable as a head coach, he turned that offense around. Daniel Jones did well. Saquon had a resurgent season. Their defense wasn't too bad. It was like, oh my gosh, the Giants are back. And then this year two under Brian Dable, you're like, all right, it's gonna be great. And they have been absolute garbage.
Straight cheeks.
I mean, I don't know the last time, I've seen a team just like fall that hard. Now, the Bears did it. 2018, the Bears won the division. First year of Matt Nagy, he wins, Coach of the Year with Trubisky, and you think, oh my gosh, they got this offense figured out. But they had a great defense with Khalil Mack and those guys. And then the next year is just utter trash again. And we've just been trash since. So, but the Giants, I would say definitely one of my biggest disappointments. There's several, but I'm gonna go with the Giants as number one.
Okay. I'll go with the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know why. I have always thought of them as, a decent team. But lately it looks like, they're 1-7. So I don't know what the hell is going on over there. I haven't watched many of their games or any of their games at all this year.
They got Josh Dobbs as quarterback. Kyler's coming back soon, but
when's the new Call of Duty drop?
But 1-7?
He'll be back after that.
Damn. It sucks, man, because I know a lot of Arizona Cardinal fans, and they're very proud of that team. And to see them fucking suck.
Yeah, just sweating in the desert for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Going to those games and everything, dude. 120-degree heat. Fuck that.
That's funny.
What do you got, Matt?
I will say the biggest disappointment that I see probably the Patriots. Again, you're just used to seeing this legacy of the Patriots, and given that legacy has also been intertwined with Tom Brady, but it was also intertwined with Bill Belichick. Mm-hmm. So I think people are kind of getting to the point now where they're like, hey, dude, you're supposed to be the best coach. Pussy, we need to win. Like, is Mac Jones the guy or not? And whether he is or whether he's not, they need to figure it out. But it's like, we're just so used to seeing the Patriots, always being in that talk when it comes to playoff teams and it comes to Super Bowl contenders. And, it's just, I think where we're at now is like, fucking they're in a lull, They don't have a great quarterback like Tom Brady. And, maybe Bill Belichick style doesn't work for people unless you're
Maybe
Tom Brady,
it wasn't Bill Belichick after all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it wasn't Bill Belichick after all to begin with because, again, my thing was like I hated Tom Brady, but when he went to Tampa, I was like, if he can fucking win one at Tampa, I will respect the shit
Hell
out of
yeah,
him.
in his first fucking
Because
year, dude.
he did it by himself.
Yeah.
And he went down there and he did it in fucking self.
Mm-hmm.
He's a G, dude.
Hell yeah.
He's the greatest of all time.
Of all time.
I'd say of all time.
I would say, yeah, dude, quarterback. And dude, he gave up his kids. He said, "You can keep the kids. I'm going back to play, baby."
Yeah. I'm going Tampa. I'm going to the beach. Nice. I think I have one more disappointment too, and I would say this one might surprise some people. Is they have a winning record. They're 5-3. They're just one game out of the leader of their division. But I would say the Buffalo Bills.
Dang.
They have not been producing.
They're disappointing because they're not the same Bills that we're used to. They're not dominating. Josh Allen is struggling. I mean, the offense doesn't seem the same.
They're not lighting it up near like they were.
They're not excited. Like they're not as exciting. It's not like every week when I see who they're playing. Before the last couple of years, it's like, oh, they're gonna smoke them, easy, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's like they could lose that game.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since they lost that first week to the Jets, you're just like, who are these guys? So I think that would be another one for me. But yeah, well, that's our mid-season pulse check.
Hell yeah, man.
Great.
Let's go.
Dude,
Did you want to do our picks for this week?
Our picks? Yeah, might as well. Go ahead. Hit it off.
Our
Since we're on
NFL
the
talk.
Let's do it.
All right, so picks of the week, locks, upsets. Let's see who we got. I got for my lock of the week, like I said, this is one of my surprising teams. I'm going to go with the Falcons over the Vikings. Okay.
Okay.
I think they're playing in Atlanta. I could be wrong. But, Kirk Cousins,
He out.
R.I.P. to that Achilles.
Drop him if you have him in fantasy.
Now, like I've said before, we know that they've been listening to Creed, and they're on a 3-game win streak right now after listening to Creed. And listen, brother, I believe in Creed as much as anyone.
That's right.
Okay? I love me some Creed. Also, shout out to Creed for coming back on tour, Summer of '99 tour.
Damn.
They're coming to.
Thank Kirk Cousins for that.
Yeah, no, they are coming to San Antonio September 13th. So it's a Friday next year. So I'm going to be there getting higher with them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just don't think. I don't even know who the Vikings backup QB is. I think it's some rookie or someone.
It's about to be Teddy Bridgewater.
I don't know who it is. Yeah.
It's about to be Robert Griffin.
No, it's about to be Tom Brady, dude. He's about to just be like, hey, this is very nice. I like King of the Castle.
Yeah.
So give me the Falcons. They're playing really well. Good enough, I think, to be a Kirk Cousins-less. And also, don't forget, Justin Jefferson's also still out. So no Kirk Cousins, no Justin Jefferson. Falcons over the Vikings. Lock it in. My upset, I'm going to take the Commanders over the Patriots in New England. Okay, like we said, New England has not been – they've been disappointing.
Trash.
They're favored by like 3 points because they're playing in New England. But give me Sam Howell and the Commanders. Sam Howell actually had a pretty good game last game. Scary Terry McLaurin did pretty well, so I think that they're gonna. I think they'll do well. They'll pull off the upset in New England.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Badass, dude. So, for me, I have actually. That's funny you say this. Upset this week I have is the Bills over the Bengals.
Ooh.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier how the Bengals have been looking pretty good with Joe Burrow. But I don't know, man. I'm still a believer of the Bills Mafia. And I think they'll take that one over. My lock. Belieber. Yeah. My lock will be Saints over the Bears.
Obviously.
Justin
Fields is still out.
Though I still feel like I'm waiting for that one game where the Bears just come back and just upset, like, I don't know.
Upset their fans.
Kansas City.
Yeah, that's every week.
I mean, I just waiting for that week when they come back and upset some team like Kansas City or something.
Or Green Bay.
Or
in Lambeau.
yeah.
Let's go. The Lord can work miracles.
Yeah.
He
Dude,
still does. That's what the Bible says.
Are, dude? The Broncos?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's ride. Broncos country still riding, baby.
But
It's like last year's. Let's ride.
yeah, Saints over the Bears, man. Easy day.
I'll take my lock real easy, coming out of the fucking barrel hot. Browns over Cardinals. Obviously, dude, the Cardinals are essentially letting fans play quarterback. So I don't know who the fuck's gonna show up, but they'll have to fucking write their name on the back of the jersey. I think the Browns are gonna crush them, destroy them, beat them. Upset. Cowboys over Eagles.
Damn.
It's gotta be. I think the Eagles
Let's
are favored by 3
go.
points, but
Okay.
you know, I think the Cowboys again coming off this last week, riding high. I'm hoping. Here's the only thing I hope doesn't happen is Dak, had a field day with CeeDee Lamb. I just hope he's not like, I'm about to fucking carve these bitches up.
Because throws like 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
that Eagles defense is just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So,
can't be doing that
I
shit.
just want to be like, all right, brother. Just hey, know your role. Know your role and let's win.
Nice.
Easy.
So that's kind of who I got.
All right.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, that concludes
The
our
NFL
segment.
talk.
Yeah, NFL talk, baby. Stay tuned next week. We have a very fun and exciting episode where we kind of dive deep into one of our lives. So
Whose life will it be?
Who is it?
it's a quick little interview.
I am so scared.
So make sure you tune in for next week. All right, cool, man. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next episode.